welcome to Ghetto Girl Eats Talk Show. And today I have a very, very special guest. I'm super excited to actually be doing this interview because y'all know, even though I'm crazy and all over the place, but I'm very grounded and spiritual and God-fearing. So y'all welcome Miss Alexis Skyy.
Hi.
All right, so as we all know, Alexis, you have been on this new spiritual journey, and I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Like, for real,
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. So, we're going to get into all of the good questions that everybody want to know. I know the world have been knowing you as this beautiful, sexy creature that has literally taken over Instagram and just the world by your presence, like just being real. So, we're going to get into all the great questions that the world probably want to know, and myself, I want to know too. And but I think we have something in common. I know that my grandparents are Jamaican, and I know you got
Jamaican
yes. Inside of you. Who's Jamaican?
My grandma.
Oh, your grandma.
Yeah.
So my great grandparents was Jamaican. So we're gonna get into these amazing Ghetto Girl Eats oxtails. I feel like my oxtails are super good. How you is with making oxtails?
I do not know how to make oxtails at all, and I'm Jamaican, so I need to take some notes and learn.
And I know you know how to cook. I be watching
No,
your
I
page.
can cook, but I don't know how to make these oxtails.
You be making that green sauce though. I be seeing you.
You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you that recipe, that corn recipe that everybody wants. I'm gonna give it to you because it's a secret sauce, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay, yeah, I need that. And I seen you make your jerk from scratch one time before. Okay, yeah. So next time you come back on, you got to be showing me some things.
I got you, girl.
Cause I'm like one of them chefs. Well, I'm not a chef. I'm really like a foodie. I just love food.
No, you're like a real chef though, for real. You know how to cook, for real.
For real, I do know how to cook, but I'm not one of them people that's just like, oh, it's my way. Mine's is better. I'm like, I'm always open and I want to try other people's food and see how it tastes. You know what I'm saying? And just learn. I like learning new things because I ain't gonna lie, like I watch different stuff and I find like little secret ingredients and add it and try it and I actually like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My first cookbook I actually did with 2 other chefs.
Really?
And my team like went crazy. Like, why are you doing this cookbook? This your first cookbook. Why are you doing it with other chefs? Because I'm just thinking in my head.
Never you can learn from them.
You can learn from them. And I've always been a person that, you know, 2 heads is always better than 1. And also, I just want to give somebody else the platform to like, it's just me. We can do it together.
Period.
So we about to cook these oxtails together. We about to dig into some great questions about you and your spiritual walk. And it should be fun today.
I'm excited.
Are you nervous?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm never nervous talking about God.
Okay. Oh yeah,
and
I love
eating
that.
some good oxtails.
Yeah, I love that. All right, so first I guess we can start prepping the oxtails, like cleaning them and stuff. While I'm cleaning them, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay. How would you describe where you are right now in life?
Ooh. Girl. Okay. Right now is really tough for me. Okay. But it's beautiful. But I think
pain.
That's what it is. I wake up with different emotions every day. Yeah. I don't know, like it's never like I'm not sad, I'm not depressed. I would never, you know, you gotta be careful with the words that come out your mouth. But I think it's more so of a confusion. Like I don't know which way to go. Really? You know, I don't know which way God's pulling me. So every day I kind of wake up with different feelings.
Do you meditate in the morning?
I do.
Okay.
I have a daily routine that's been helping me. So before I used to, open Instagram when I woke up. Wow. Now I just wake up and I pray. Okay. First before I start my day. And then I'll go on my Her and Healing page and I have a Bible app and then I post the scripture. So I have a whole routine. Okay. And then I, do my little meditation for 20 minutes. Then I worship. And then I start my day. Okay, I love that. Yes. I love that. So with this whole new journey, would you say it's scary? Because a lot of people, this is what I get from a lot of people, especially with me being like, I was raised Pentecostal. I'm like one of them real church girls. But I also went through my spiritual journey because in the beginning I was very judgmental. I was like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't be around this person if they doing this, and that's a spirit, and that. Yeah. And so exactly what you mean. Yeah. So I was learning that I was actually becoming very judgmental, and God don't like judgmental people because He feel like only God Himself can judge, right? So do you feel like going through this journey is it really scary for you to
open up to the world, it's like it's like a rebirth.
Yeah, so for me, it became faith over fear. So I was living, that's part of my testimony, and I always stand by that scripture because I was living in fear my whole life, like because all I knew was making fast money, all I knew was living a certain lifestyle. So in that fear of that process of giving all that up, I was scared on what life would be like if I didn't have this or if I didn't have that. So I had to start walking in faith. Yeah. So no, I never was scared, but I think I was more living in fear. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm walking in faith.
Okay. All right.
And another thing too, the comment that you made, like, oh, hanging around certain people, I did change the people that I allowed in my space, but I also feel like in this journey, trying not to be so hard on myself. Like, yes, I stopped drinking liquor, but I'll still drink a little wine. You know what I'm saying? It's steps. Like, I didn't just wake up and be like, okay, I'm going to be all holy today.
So you will drink a little wine?
Yeah, I drink a little wine. Okay. A little wine here and there. But
okay. So can we drink wine today?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a little wine with you.
Okay.
I love hookah.
Okay.
So I still might go to a little hookah spot, but I won't go to the club.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's because it's not like what people got to understand about spiritual journeys and like the awakening of when you like tap into your inner self and with God is that you just don't wake up the next day and be a totally changed person. It's a transition. And if people really wake up in a different person the next day, I'm scared of you.
It's not real. It's not authentic. It's not real. And to me, it's like, even just the other day, I was out at like a lounge smoking hookah, and I was literally sitting there, and I don't know if it's because I haven't been out. Everybody was just looking at me. I'm just like, smoking the hookah. Everybody's looking at me like I'm a ghost. It really is uncomfortable because I don't want people to make me feel like uncomfortable being out places just because I'm on this journey. I don't want to walk in a room and they're like, well, what is she doing here? Yeah. Like, we got to stop doing that as like Christians or however.
Yeah, because it scares people off.
Yeah, like be who you are. Like, God is not judging you. Like, every day you're going to make mistakes.
We're all going to die sinning.
Yes, but there's going to be bumps in the road. Like, you're going to do things. We're still living in sin technically. Things that sex before marriage, certain things that we're still doing. Yeah. But he sees it and he forgives. So it's like, still be who you are, but just try to, be obedient and
as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? And it, like you said, it's a transition.
It is.
It's so crazy because with me, like I'm always on live with my prophet, my pastors, and I'm always just speaking the word of God. I genuinely feel like God gave me my platform to share it with others, like what he's doing. Right. I feel like with me, because everybody's journey and transition is different. Completely. And I feel like with me, he gave me, I didn't become successful for me. Like, I feel like my success was connected with God. He needed me. He wanted me to be a vessel to him.
You have a calling on,
Yeah, I know I have a real big calling over my life, but it's so crazy because everything I talk about is God, even on the show. It's like, because God, I'm still myself. People got to understand, I'm still from the west side of Atlanta. I'm still like the projects for real. Went through hell to get here to where I am. I was homeless. That's my testimony. I was homeless. I had a baby at 15. I survived craziness.
And you survived because of God.
Because of God.
And
you get what I'm saying?
Understand that.
So I feel like people get that misconstrued and they don't understand that we still human, but we just love God. So I still love trap music. I still like to get crunk every now and then. I'm not a nun. I just love God with everything in me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so like even when I'm on live and I'm talking about God and they be like, oh, but you had on you have long nails or you're wearing a skirt. It's like, okay, I'm not a nun.
Yeah, the Christian world is very judgmental. I will say that. And I'm preparing myself for that too because I already know they're going to try to come at me with it, but you just got to be who you are. And I think once you just walk in your truth and just be who you are, people have no choice but to respect it at the end of the day. And who cares what people think? God is what God thinks to me. I have to stop caring. I'm still going to be me, you know. So...
Yeah. So wait, before we get so deep, I want to show you how I clean my oxtails. Okay. Everybody got a million ways to clean their oxtails. This is how I clean mine. I don't boil them. I don't let them sit in water. I don't re-pour the fat, dirty juice off. I just rinse them off. I get me some limes and I clean these bad boys. Yeah, I clean those. And I just clean them real good with the limes. Get all into the crevices and
how long does it take to cook oxtails?
About... If you're cooking them in a pot, you want to cook them for like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can cook them in this?
Yeah. So that's a crock pot. I mean, that's a pressure cooker. I always call it a crock pot. But that is a pressure cooker. When you cook them in a pressure cooker, they say like an hour and a half, but I just do 2 hours. Because I know oxtail is one of them things that they got to be done.
Coming off the bone. Okay, we gonna see.
Yeah. So I can't wait till you try them.
Yes.
I wanna go ahead and start making my rice because we're gonna do oxtails and then we're gonna do.
Please show me how to make some good rice.
I got you. And I cook my rice the old school way.
Okay, because I had a little episode trying to make some rice for somebody and
it didn't come out good.
Girl, I was so embarrassed. It was so mushy, like.
For real?
And I tried to add a little seasoning and salt to make it better. Like,
you know, like rice is like one of those things that's super hard to make but super easy to make.
It's really like simple, but if you put too much water, then that's the problem.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So the key to making rice, y'all.
Okay.
You gotta, it's 2 cups to every cup. So it's 2 cups of water to every cup of rice. That is the real key to making a rice. And you wanna make sure that you wash your rice. So you're gonna I'm gonna do 2 cups. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna do one more cup.
Okay.
And I know some people like, oh, I don't measure when I cook. So you gotta fill it up. See, that's how you messed up. It gotta be a full cup, like a real cup.
Okay.
That's not a full cup. It gotta be on point.
Okay.
Okay, now that's it. Okay. So like a real full cup, and then you wanna make sure that you wash your rice. You wash your rice?
Yeah.
You wanna wash it?
Yeah, I want you to show me wash my hands first.
Okay.
Because I need to really take notes on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it goes down about that rice. If that rice too mushy, it's like, babe, what is this? Are you one of them cooks that clean as you go?
Yeah, I'm OCD, so you know,
I
gotta cook.
Even like that little,
Okay,
oh girl, that'll bother me so bad. Okay, so I like to take like hot water.
Okay.
And like just do my rice like that. And see how brown it be? Like all that starch. So that dirty water, get all that out.
Do you do it once or twice?
I do it a few times.
Okay.
And I mush it around so I can really get all that starch out.
Okay.
Because the key to also making good rice is to make sure that the starch is out, because the starch is what actually make it mushy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can't get all the starch out because rice is a starch, but
Majority of it. Okay, so you washed it about 3 times already now, right?
Girl, I wash it like 5.
Yeah. So I usually do it like twice. So I'm gonna start doing it like this.
And then watch how fluffy it come out once all that starch come out. My kids think I'm crazy because they be like, Mom, you just do too much in the kitchen. I don't allow nobody to talk in the kitchen, let alone come in the kitchen.
When you're cooking?
I be like, don't come in here having no full conversation. But yeah, I got a whole talk show in the kitchen. Yeah, I just be like, I be like, spit be flying. Amber be like, okay, man, I'm getting out. Okay, maybe I wash it like 10 times.
Okay, because I'm about to say this like 12 times.
Hold on.
And then once you rinse, after this rinse, you still drain that water and add fresh water? Okay.
So, see, it's still a little cloudy, so I probably will wash it one more time.
Do you ever cook your rice in the
that rice cooker?
Yeah, the rice cooker. You don't like it?
I don't like rice cookers. It's too new school. I'm like a real granny in the kitchen, like a young little grandma.
That's the only way I can make rice, so I'm not gonna lie. Is a rice cooker 20 minutes?
How it works? Like, how do rice cookers work?
You literally just put the rice in, you rinse it off, put the water in, and you press the timer and it cooks itself.
For real? So you don't have to watch it boil and none of that? Oh, okay. So now you're gonna take your cup and you're gonna put 4 cups of water in them.
Okay. That's good?
While you doing that, I'm gonna see what we're gonna talk about next.
3. I really need to remember this. So it's 4 cups to 2 cups. Okay.
All right. Yes.
So do you add anything?
Yeah, you can put a little butter. Oh, I'm sorry. Put some butter in there. I'm gonna give you a knife.
And is it a specific butter that you like to use?
I like to use garlic butter. Regular butter is fine too.
Okay. And how much do I put? Like about that?
Yeah. And then of course we have the all-purpose Ghetto Girl Eat seasoning. This is all I cook with for real. Other than like if I'm doing fresh garlic or thyme or Worcestershire sauce and browning and stuff, like the extra stuff you got to put into.
So you add this to the rice before. Okay.
Put a little bit of that.
See, I would have never did this. Add a little salt and boom. Can I smell it?
It smells good. Literally everything. It has garlic. It has onion powder. Like everything that you'll.
It's like all-purpose.
So anything you'll use inside of your cabinet, I kind of blended it
together
up with a little razzle dazzle of some other things.
Okay.
And that's how I came up with it. And then you'll just put it on the stove. Yep. And once it starts boiling, we'll put the top on and then reduce the heat.
Okay.
And then in about 15-20 minutes it'll be.
And how long does this take?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yep, about 20 minutes. Yep, it's gonna be nice and good. All right, so question, and then we're gonna get into seasoning. While we talking about this question, we're gonna get into seasoning on oxtails. They're gonna be so good. Oh my God, so good. I'm gonna clean that out. Okay. This is a good question. So wait, okay, so how was Alexis Skyy? So is Skyy your real last name?
No.
So,
and honestly, I'm thinking.
It's so cute though.
I hate it. Thank
Really?
you.
Okay.
But honestly, on this transition, I think I want to change my name.
Really?
Yeah. I just want to leave my real name, which is Anastasia.
I love that.
So it's Alexis Anastasia Nicole. My middle name's Nicole, but I have 2 first names, so I can go by Anastasia or Alexis. So I'm thinking of just like, deleting the whole Alexis Skyy and going by Anastasia.
You know what? Saul became Paul.
Yeah.
And he was a new person, so that can happen. Or did Paul become Saul? Wait, I gotta go back and read and touch up. I be forgetting sometimes.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I think I want to switch my name. So I think just because I feel like I want a new beginning, like if I'm walking this new journey, I need to have a new name. I feel like Alexis Skyy brings like the old me back.
So how would you describe the old you? Like who is Alexis Skyy? And it's okay.
I'm being real, a mess. The old me was just lost. I think that would be the word, lost, and I think broken. So I think with all those things, like I was just doing things I should have never been doing. I didn't know my self-worth. So certain things were okay to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So now with you on this new journey and this transition, do you look back and you like, oh my God, how could I? Why would I?
I just look at it as like it's made me who I am now. Like I don't live in regret because at the end of the day, we're not perfect, and I feel like it got me to where I'm at, but I don't regret it. I just wish I would have moved differently. I have to go back and change some things maybe, but
Okay, all right.
Nope.
So on a typical booking day, a club booking for Alexis Skyy, what would it be like? So when you wake up, would it be like hair, makeup? Like tell us, because I'm so excited about this interview with you because you don't understand how many young girls we gonna help.
Yes.
And how many souls we're gonna help for
a
real.
Lot.
So many, because with Instagram, it has created this facade that you gotta have the long hair, the big butt, the big boobs, the flat stomach, and you gotta be an Instagram model, and you gotta go out and do club bookings, and you gotta do all of this stuff. And it's like, well, you really don't have to do that. And a lot of girls really drive themselves up a wall trying to betray this, looking up to us. You get what I'm saying? So even with me, I have a lot of things that I wish I would have never done because I know my presence, how much power my presence brings
the
to
impact
other
you have on other
young girls. So it's like now that you are transitioning and these girls are watching your transition, you don't understand how like excited I've been. Like I literally be waking up, checking your page, like, oh, look at, and then I'm like so excited, and we always kind of cross paths,
but yeah,
and then we always talked about God too,
yep,
and I kind of,
every time,
and I always kind of was like, Alexis, God this, God that, and you reciprocated,
yeah,
like
I did.
you always
wasn't ready.
You always was a God-fearing person.
I wasn't ready. I was like every time we spoke, even when you told me to come on that live, I still like. Matter of fact, around that time, that's when I first started my journey, and I'm not gonna lie, it was like that's when the enemy like got me back because I was like this. I was 2 steps in, and then I was like, I'm not giving this up. So yeah. But I've always been like I grew up in around women that believe in God, and I grew up in a Christian household, so I always loved God. I just feel like once you say yes and you submit yourself fully to Him, you'll see like a change in everything.
So was it tiring? So like explain to us, what did Alexis Skyy do? Like a day in the life of Alexis Skyy. You know, being that you're in the transition, you're gonna change your name soon, or you may or may not. But the old Alexis Skyy, because you're in your rebirthing. Yeah. What would you do? Like when you wake up in the morning, you said you would get on Instagram.
Yeah, so I wake up, go in the shade room, see what the mess was.
Really?
Girl, like so
shade room?
Girl, I'll be the first thing, I'll be on the shade room. I'm not gonna lie, I'll just make
I
was making sure I wasn't on there.
Okay.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. I had to make sure, because I might wake up with a hangover. So, but pretty much my day to day then was like, I have my daughter, but I wasn't really able to spend as much time with her because I was booked up every weekend. So my body was just mentally drained. I was on different flights. I would have hair and makeup. I would be drunk. It would just be a mess. Like drinking was my thing. So that's how I coped with my bookings. I'd be like, I had to get a little drunk before I go to my hostings because I didn't really want to interact with people. And it's not because I didn't like them. It's just because it's not what I wanted to really do. I was just there because of the money.
And it was the whole painting of Alexis Skyy, like the
I'm standing in this club and I'm sitting here in misery because it's like, it's not what I want to do.
You didn't want to be there. Y'all hear that, lady? She didn't even want to be there.
No, my spirit was so like tormented that like you could tell like my energy sometimes I would be a little mean to people, and I didn't really, because I just knew that's not what I wanted to do, but I had to take care of my daughter. I'm a single mother, so at survival mode, you're gonna do whatever you gotta do as a mother, so I had to like suck it up. But that hosting life, listen, like to any girls that think that they want to be like this because you popping and all that stuff, like it's really draining. It drains you mentally, physically, and it's not really. And then, not for nothing, I got into a shootout in the club.
A shootout?
Well, not me, but like the club I was hosting at. They were like, I don't know what was really happening during that time, but a girl got shot next to me. So at that very moment, I took a little break from hosting for like 2 months because I'm like, maybe that's God saying something to me, because they shot the club up like 30 times. Over something so stupid.
And you were
and
clear.
I was clear, but the girl got shot right next to me. Like, literally right next to me. She was alive, but it's still like that bullet could have been to me.
Wow.
So, I was risking.
That's how you know your purpose is greater.
Yep.
That's how you know you living in your destiny. That's how you know that, even though in the morning you said, Sierra, it's hard sometimes, but guess what? God got something so great for you.
Thank you.
For real.
Thank you.
For real.
So that hosting life is not really something that I would recommend women to wanting to do. Like, I feel like if you want to host, like, so now I'm turning that into like, now, yes, I'm still going to host, but now I want to host conferences and women empowerment events to help these young girls understand, like, it doesn't matter where you start in life. And even if you are young now, like these college girls, like, if you look up to me, like, don't follow that path of the old Alexis because it looks good. Like, so I want to be able to teach them, like, it's never too late to get on the right path with your life. So, you got some wine?
Yeah. We're okay. Sorry. So So no, this is so good. Like I'm really on edge. I'm like, because it's so crazy. I remember like when I first got on TV and stuff. Not saying that I was always like the it girl and people wanted to book me, but I did get people to hit me up for bookings and stuff. And my thing was, I just knew I didn't want my daughter to just not. And let me say one thing too. I know I'm all over the place. I'm a Gemini. My thoughts be raging in my head. But I want to say that we're not coming on here to say that if you do club bookings that it's not right. We're not judging anybody because we all have went through and done things. I had a whole baby at 15 years old.
Right.
I'm not on here telling people, you know, you should or shouldn't. We are just saying this is our testimony, this is what happened to us,
right.
and we want to change and things are different now. You get what I'm saying?
And even if you are right now, it's never too late to stop. Like that's, you know, my goal is, because I have a lot of friends, like I wouldn't even say friends, but like associates that I do still speak to that are in that industry. And, you know, right now on my journey, they might think that like I'm, you know, acting different, but I am. It's because my calling is a little different. It's not too late. If they want to join me, the doors are open, and my goal is to get them. I want to grab them and get them, but you know, you can speak, but sometimes they don't want to receive it.
Yeah.
You know, so
everybody on their own at his own time.
Yeah, and I just, you know, and I just want people to know is like the ones that I do love is like it's no hard feelings, but on this journey I gotta just be disciplined and obedient. And God already told me like I can't be around certain people because I'll end up like going backwards. Yeah. It's tempting. Like, if I see my homegirl doing, oh, girl, let me go do this. Yeah, no. You already know how that goes. If I see something, I'm like, you know, and that's just how this world is. Like, even if you have a mind of your own, it's easy for you to get tempted backward. You know?
It is. It is. Especially with something like Instagram being such a big platform. It's so, I feel like before Instagram, people still believed in marriages. People still believed in just being happy with families and just being with kids and doing just family stuff. I feel like with Instagram, when Instagram became a thing, it was just like, oh, Instagram, purse, get with a baller, shoes, Birkin bag, long hair, getting flued out, like that type of stuff. And I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't experience that. I did a little bit.
I did, girl, too. Trust me.
One time we seen each other on the same plane. You remember that? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We seen each other on the same plane, but cheers. But you know, like that wasn't something that I could say that I'm proud of. It wasn't like, oh, it made me feel good, and you know, just at the moment I just felt like it was an Instagram thing, like, oh girl, I ain't never got flued out, let me just go. And that was like my one, I probably maybe once or twice that happened for me. But honestly, I can't say I was being a follower.
Yeah.
I was being a follower. I was looking at Instagram and I was like,
trust me.
Oh, they doing this, they doing that. Let me go here, let me go do it too. And that wasn't what I wanted for my life. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm a real entrepreneur with people that looks up to me, and I really have a huge influence on, you know, the community, the world. Like, let me be different, let me change. But I never was like a judgmental person. Like, I never was like, oh, she doing this, I don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just believe in, like you said, timing.
Yeah.
Timing is everything.
And I think like, so Instagram has affected me in so many ways. And I think this is also important for ladies and young girls that's trying to like start businesses. Like, if you're gonna use Instagram, use it the right way. Like, don't get caught up in the hype, because this media could really like suck you dry, and it will mentally. It was days I would wake up depressed because my likes weren't like, I wasn't getting 100,000 likes, or I'm not this, or it becomes like a mental like thing. And so it's like, you start seeing people with certain things, like, oh, I need to go get this Birkin bag now because this person got it. And not even because they have it, it's just like, oh, I want that too. Yeah. It becomes a mind thing. And it's like, so just don't get caught up. If you're gonna use Instagram, use it the right way, use it to your advantage, you know, start a business, you know? So. No,
that's right. That's right. I feel like, what you feel with me, do you feel like I always was kind of like that girl that was, because when we crossed paths, like, what was your thoughts about Sierra, like Sierra Glam Child?
When I think of you, I just see you as like a business mogul. Like, you always was on Instagram talking about like Monster Academy. Every time I go on your page, you're promoting your business. And then you post a lot of stuff, you know? Yeah. But I always seen you as a boss marketing babe. Like, you literally always.
Thank you.
Yeah, always.
And every time I seen your page, I was just like, she's so pretty.
You probably see me there being cute.
No, for real. One thing me and my manager said, what a lot of girls don't have, you're like a real sexy woman.
Thank you.
Like, some women don't have that sex appeal, but you really have that sex appeal. Like, you're just one of the women that don't even try. Like, even right now with this big ass apron, you just look so nice. Like, your husband is gonna love that. We seen a video with this girl like moving and all this shit around, and we was just, I'm sorry, we trying to, but we seen a girl that was just trying to do like this sexy video, and we was just like, if this was Alexis Skyy, it would be just totally different. You just have that about you. It's an aura.
Thank you. And that's the crazy, the crazy thing you said that is because like I did say this, I think in an interview the other day, like that's what people know me for is being a sex symbol. But I said like God said that's not my calling.
Yeah.
Like literally. And now I still want people to know you can still be beautiful and sexy, but still just do it. I want to do it like a classier way. You know what I'm saying? So, that ain't the calling to be a sex symbol anymore.
Yeah. I mean, but some things we just have.
Yeah.
Like with me,
I can't hide. As much as I try to cover up, girl, it's still gonna be there. But it's just the way I gotta.
Yeah, just even when you came in today, it was like, hi. And we was like, hey. It's just like, it's you. So
Thank you.
I feel like you can live in your truth as just being Alexis, just being a sexy girl.
Yeah,
but still
when I get my
God
husband, girl.
and wholesome.
But listen, when I have my husband and I'm married, girl, I'm gonna be sexy. Okay,
that's something that you can teach though.
Yeah,
like you can give etiquette classes on how to be submissive and sexy. Because I feel like with me, I don't have that aspect. Like I'm girly, I'm really feminine, but I'm not like it's hard for me to just be like sexy.
Like really?
Bad, real bad. Like I'm a glam girl. Like I love glammy, but no.
Really, I wouldn't. Really, I think. No.
See, and maybe
because I would be in this if I was you in the kitchen cooking with my lingerie on, little robe on.
You gotta teach. I be here with big shirts on and big slippers that's too big for me, and you know what I'm saying. I ain't showing the husband nothing, so that's something that I would have to learn.
I got
next
you, girl.
Question, please. I bet your mama real sexy too.
Girl, what?
But she's just like lingerie and.
My mama is fine. Like,
she is
fine.
Oh, I gotta meet your mama. See? Okay, so a lot of people want to know because they like, okay, Alexis is on this transition, this spiritual journey. A lot of people want to know, would you rather have favor from God? Because they like, oh, let me see, let me ask. Would you rather have favor from God or $10 million?
Favor from God.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you something.
This is deep.
Yeah. I'm speaking from just experience. I've had any bag you could think of. I've had the watches, the jewelry, the cars, everything that I wanted to experience. I've literally touched. But when I say God will wipe you clean and really humble you, like so that $10 million, you could have it today and then tomorrow it could be gone. Then what? What do you have? So I'd rather have that.
Okay.
Because that's really what started me on this journey. Like God was taking from me day by day. And I think he just was letting me know like, okay, you don't want to do this. You don't want to listen. You want to keep going backwards. Boom, I'm going to take this. Boom, I'm going to take this. Nothing was working for me.
When God wants your attention.
He was when I say he wiped me clean, baby, he wiped me clean. Like to the point where I was like, okay, yes, God, I'm ready.
For real. So like, that surrender was like,
I told you I was in that house for 2 weeks and I was just like, this wasn't working. And it also, even with my past businesses, like I feel like I was not living right. I was making so much dirty money that my blessings wasn't able to be blessed. Like the businesses were not able to flourish because of the lifestyle that I was living, So yeah, I would definitely not choose the 10 million.
Okay, all right. Okay. So next question. It's so much good stuff that everybody just want to know. But while we answering these questions, could you chop these for me? It's green onion. We're going to start seasoning the oxtails. So we're going to put the oxtails inside of a bowl. Wait, maybe I'm going to put that in the way. See, so when I have good people on the show and it's so much good stuff that we want to ask, it's like we never get into the cooking. But we got to get these oxtails.
Gone.
You want me to show you like a cool way to chop?
Yeah, girl.
That I learned from this other girl. So the sharpest part of the knife. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. You gonna really appreciate this little gem. Okay. Cause it's so good. All right. So the sharpest part of the knife is the back part of the knife, and it's just like a rocking chair. Okay. We never really thought about that. So if you look at a knife, it's just like that, right? So you just go.
Let me see.
Ain't that so cute and professional?
Girl, let me see.
Start from the front. So you just, start up. Okay. So you start here. Okay. So the food should be in the back of the knife. Okay. And then you just come down.
So start up.
Yep.
Go back.
So start, but do it with confidence.
Like that?
Yep.
Girl.
Let me just do it the regular way. Okay.
I don't think I'm ready for all that.
It's easy. You'll have it. Okay, so wait. Where my cue cards at? You know, I'm so excited about my show because, like, I always
because it's real.
It's real. First of all, I love cooking. My grandparents always had me in the kitchen with them, and it was just like a thing. My grandparents also had like 7 restaurants, and it was like a hidden treasure. It's so many different layers to Sierra.
Did you ever think that you were gonna do cooking?
I kind of did.
Like
When I was younger, I wanted a restaurant. Like, I always talked about having a restaurant. I always talked about being on TV. So I feel like the tongue is so powerful, and it's in the Bible.
Right.
And I feel like everything that I always spoke about when I was younger is actually happening for me. I used to be like, I'm gonna be on Love and Hip Hop because I'm really from Atlanta, and I'm gonna be saying this and saying this, and it actually happened.
You speaking it over your life. Yeah. Your affirmations. Yeah.
So now I'm like, I'm about to make $1 billion. I'm about to make $1 billion.
And you will. And
I'm about to show 1,000 girls to Christ. So I have an event coming up that's called 1,000 Girls Healing. And well, we haven't. I think I just said healing because yours is her healing. Yeah. But it's called 1,000 Girls like being revived into Christ. And I think you should come. I want to get like 1,000 girls to come and just know that the transition is just it's real. It's real, and it's not. It's not.
If it can happen for us,
it can happen for y'all too. It's not just like, and I think a lot of girls be hard on themselves, like you said with the Instagram stuff, and just trying to go by of what they think, and they just don't know where to start. So the 1,000 girls, I want to get a group of girls and really get raw and dirty with them. Like, look, this is what happened. I was homeless. I had a baby, and I still, you know what I'm saying, became this person.
I'm there. Anything with God, count me in.
Okay, good. I'm excited. I feel like that was always you though, Alexis. Like, I just always seen a star over your head, like a spiritual star.
Thank you.
I know that people was like, okay, Alexis, sex symbol, this stuff, but I seen the beauty and the sexiness in you, but I also seen your heart.
Thank you.
So that's why even when, you know, you were like the whole situation when I didn't show up, and I was wrong for that. As a Christian, I should have been there.
You know, I wasn't, you know, the crazy thing is, I wasn't even really, my feelings were a little hurt because at that time, I feel like actually that was when I first started my journey, right? And I was dating this guy back then, or whatever the case might be. So like, I wanted you, because I looked up to you, so I was like, you know, I wanted you to be there, but I didn't really know. When I found out the reason why, I was like,
spiritually, it's like, I ain't want to fight them demons on this.
I know, but I didn't know like why. Yeah. And then when I found out, I was like, okay, you know what? I should have probably explained who was gonna be there. Yeah. Because some people won't be uncomfortable, so I didn't take it to the heart.
No, but, I know you didn't.
But we're in a different. I feel like this is, you know, the connection is God's timing. Maybe it wasn't time for us to meet at that, you know, at that time. So God does everything for a reason. So I'm a type of person, I don't hold on to grudges. I don't care about stuff like that. So,
but that's why I made it my business to be like, look, Alexis, I'm sorry. I love you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot because especially now, like I don't have friends right now. So I think like, especially on this journey, it's important to have like sisters that, you know, that I could pray with, that I could call and cry to.
See, that's why I had to be now. Yes. That's me.
Like, I need somebody to be like, girl, can we go pray today? Girl, can we go to church? Like, I want friends around me that, like, have the same. Yes, like.
He knew what he was doing. Yes. He knew what he was doing. Because probably back then, I probably would have been like, Alexis, let's pray. You know, I'm up every morning 5:30
No,
praying. Same.
I wake up at 6, but I think that when you surround yourself around certain things, you start evolving, you know, into that. So I appreciate that though.
Girl, not my rice ain't ricing. Hold on, what's going on?
This I think we need to turn it up a little bit.
Alexis, oh, it was ricing.
We gonna burn it.
She's talking about turn it up a little bit.
I already burnt the first rice.
No, it's ricing. It's ricing.
Okay.
I had to check on it. Okay.
Do not invite me over to cook no rice, but I'm gonna learn today, y'all.
All right, so let's see, because I'm not asking nothing too crazy. All right, what about?
No, you can ask me, girl. Ask me.
Ask you? Okay.
If we gonna talk, we gonna talk.
Okay.
Like,
okay, this is good. Okay. So we seen you on Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion.
Yes.
Love and Hip Hop. Okay. So what was the chemistry with you and Scrap? Like, what was that about?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Honestly, I was in Jamaica and I was just, you know, honestly,
vibe.
To be honest, Scrap was the only good looking guy on that trip. And I'm like, if I'm going to make the best of this situation, it's going to be you. So, but honestly, we became really good friends, like really, really dope friends. But unfortunately, he's Muslim and I had nothing against you know, Muslim religion, but it doesn't align with my beliefs. Like when it comes to like marriage, I want.
Because he want to have so many wives.
He wants, yeah, and I'm just not with that. And I've had conversations with him like as a friend. Like, so I said, you won't see yourself with one person. He was like, no. So, you know, we were just friends really, and we were in Jamaica having a good time. Like, we're both free spirited, but we were never in a relationship or anything like that. We were getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And you know, we just had fun.
Yeah. Y'all was cute though. I seen y'all at the party.
I seen it for us, but it's kind of like, okay, am I bored right now, or
this is what I really
was it
want.
the rum punch?
Yeah.
Because I think it was
giving the rum punch.
I was giving the rum punch because when I left Jamaica, I was like, you said you want how many wives? Baby. Because when he told me in Jamaica, and I was like, oh, okay. So I think it was a rum punch.
Okay, yeah.
But he's cool. That's the homie, and he's cool. He's good people.
So, do you think you could be like homegirl, homeboy with somebody that you actually been intimate with?
Yeah, I am now, currently, like with somebody not like, you know,
Yeah.
He's actually one of my really good friends, and I think I call him all the time.
But do he be like, but what you doing though?
No. So when you like curve that, like once you friend zone them, you gotta know like, hey, it's not that.
He don't be like talking about no crazy intimate stuff, what happened in the past.
Even if he did, I'm like,
you ignore it. Okay, good, yeah. I think for me, I'm such a home girl though. It's so hard for even like in breakups and stuff. It's hard for me. The guy be so distraught, and it's like me. I'm like, but what you doing? You want to go eat? And he like, they be like,
but you're a Gemini, so you know. And I shouldn't really be speaking about like signs, like because I'm trying not to get into that because you know you're not supposed to. But I still like my signs, but
I like my signs.
I do too,
and I'm Christian.
No, but people have been saying, "Oh, stop posting that." But I'm But you're a Gemini, and Geminis, y'all have like these split personalities. So like for you, even though deep down inside you like might want to have that like, I miss you too, but you're gonna be gangster about it.
Yeah, every time.
every time.
Every time.
So you ain't gonna show that side, and they're gonna be looking at you like, what
you
is
don't
wrong
got
with her?
no feelings.
Did she just ask me if I want to go eat?
That's me all day. I'm like, you want to go hang out? And they like, no, bitch, I love you. I want to be in a relationship. I want to come home. And it's like, no.
Yeah, Geminis, trust me, I was with one for 4 years. That was Fetty.
Really?
Yeah, he was a Gemini.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Very creative people, though.
Just very down to earth and loyal, but that like, split personality.
Loyal.
He woke up and you never knew what person you're going to be.
You know, Eric be like, well, you know, everybody know we're going through like a little breakup, but.
How is that going for you?
It's going. It's okay. It's okay. It's like so much stuff we gotta dig into, and I gotta really tell you about because it get deep.
Breakups are the worst.
It get deep, y'all. Maybe we should do an episode. See, I'm the type would be like, bring Eric on the show. But see, he's not there yet, you know, and I respect how he feel and his boundaries because I know, like, for me, I feel like I don't know why I can't really get in touch with my emotional side like that. I am very loving, very loyal, and I'll be there for you in the drop of a dime. But when it comes to just like all of that long conversations,
you don't do that?
I don't like it. Alexis.
Oh, girl, I need you to teach me because, girl, I'm the crybaby. I would send 3 pages crying my eyes out, like, and I think that's my downfall though. Like with my past relationships, I poured too much of my emotions. Like I submit so fast, and I'm so loving, and like I just want to love. I love love.
Are you a Pisces?
I'm a Cancer.
I can't. Oh yeah, you do.
But it's like
love.
almost like when you upset me, I'm gonna like text you 3 paragraphs of why you upset me when I need to stop doing that.
Yeah, I can't take that. See, for me, you texting me all of that and you over talking, it would drive me like further away from you.
See, I think that's probably what I do.
Yeah, like it would drive me up a wall. Like, why is you texting me all this?
I'm so emotional. Like I'm literally a crybaby.
Yeah. See, I'm completely different. Okay, let me get into the recipe of these oxtails, and then I'm gonna ask you some more juicy questions. So when I'm making my oxtails, because I know you said you don't really make them like that, I start off with some olive oils, and I just pour the olive oil into the bowl.
Okay.
And then I put some garlic, because that fresh garlic just be like on point so bad. And so I just do some garlic.
I'm gonna be cleaning up as you're cooking.
Okay. And then I use my Ghetto Girl Eat seasoning.
Okay.
And I just see, this is literally the only real seasoning that I put on them. So I season them up real good with that.
So that's all you
overload. And then I do browning.
Okay, I know what this is.
A little browning. And then I do some Richardson sauce. I like the organic one.
Okay.
So I do.
And you don't have to measure, you just drop.
Okay. And then I'm missing something. Am I missing? Oh, my brown sugar.
Oh,
so a little bit
I
of brown
didn't know you use sugar. Mm-hmm. So I wonder, do like Jamaicans use sugar in it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Every Jamaican family is different to me.
I need to ask my grandma.
Because some, like my grandparents did a little sugar.
Okay.
But then some like, girl.
But it gives it more like a sweeter flavor?
Well, you're going to taste them. You tell me, because sometimes I feel like it don't taste sweet.
Okay.
It just knocked it just adds some, it's some shit on there. It's something that I can't explain.
Okay.
Now, God has been working on me with my cursing.
It's fine.
I ain't gonna lie, Alexis. My mouth is potty. And you know.
I'm working on my cursing too.
Peter was a cursor.
It's fine. We're not perfect though.
Oh, girl. It's bad for
But that's something you just gotta pray and ask God to remove out the way,
my vocabulary. Because I'll be like,
Because I'll be cursing too every day. But I've been.
Especially my kids, teenagers, it's just too much. So then I do green onion. Mm-hmm. And then I just get to mixing and creating like a paste.
Okay.
And get all that juice in there. And I really create like a little concoction.
This is therapeutic, isn't it?
Uh-huh. You can tell I love it.
I'm making a little concoction.
I love it, girl. Girl, I am food.
So this might be like your therapy, your form of therapy.
Yeah.
Like everybody has a form of therapy. Like for me, it's like being by the water. Mm-hmm. Like I gotta be by water.
I like water too.
Yeah.
But cooking,
it probably like,
girl, it just does something. It's like, don't call me. I don't even care.
Okay.
Like, I've been, since the little separation with me and Eric, we stay separately now. And I'm so used to being with him because like the past 2.5 years, it's just been us. Me and Eric stay up on each other. And so now it's just like when I miss him, I just come cook.
Is the transition hard right now for you?
It is. I'm not gonna lie and say it's easy because it's not. It's very hard. Especially when you used to somebody.
Right.
And then we got a lot of stuff to talk about and dig into. But when you get done mixing your concoction, your oxtail should look like this.
Okay.
It should look like that. Y'all see that? That's how it should look. So that's brown sugar, Ghetto Girl Eat seasoning, green onions. What else I put in here? A little garlic paste, Richardson sauce, and then y'all go and get my cookbook. My cookbook is so bomb. It literally, and then my recipes are not like just so much. Some recipes is like a half a cup of this and a teaspoon of this.
Simple.
And they so good and simple.
Yeah.
I feel like the real taste come from my seasoning, for real.
Seasoning is everything.
Yeah.
To be honest, so
yeah, it should look like that. Your oxtail should look like that, real oxtailish, all of that good marinade. And then you could put a little thyme, get a little bit of thyme over there for me, please. And put some thyme in there. It's gonna give it that real Rasta taste.
Do you leave it like this?
Yeah.
You just throw it in?
Throw it in. Scotch bonnet pepper.
Okay.
Put that in there.
You don't cut it? You just leave it? Oh,
because I feel like the real taste get in there once it boil all together.
And you just use one? Or like depending on the amount?
The amount,
or how spicy you want it? Okay.
Yep. So, now that we got that, let me see, what else we talking about? Is this something that you want to talk about that you think I missed? I wanted to ask you because a lot of people don't know. Eric's old business partners, right? Which they were like best friends, and they had this company called PCG, and everybody, went to them for cars and stuff like that. And I know that you're a baby father.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah. So how is the relationship? We don't even want to say his name for real, because honestly, I always thought he was an asshole, and he always got on my nerves.
We could say. I mean, to be honest, like, okay, so this is, and part of my journey, I want to, speak my truth.
Living your truth.
Yeah. So I want to open up about that too as well. With Brandon, like, we never really knew each other. I'm gonna just start saying that. Like, so back then, I was with Fetty for about 4 years. So it was one of those things where like I couldn't take it no more with my relationship. So I stepped out and decided to like date. So Brandon was the first person that kind of gave me that attention, but I was kind of just like doing it off of pain. So we messed around one time, y'all. Like literally one time, and nobody really knows.
For real?
I don't really know.
Wow.
Like, we really messed, I wouldn't say, maybe like once or twice, but what I'm saying is like, we only knew each other for like 3 weeks. I didn't know nothing about him.
Yeah.
I didn't really know. I was just there because it was what felt good.
It felt good.
Because I was, for 4 years, I never cheated. I was in the house being cheated on. So I was very vulnerable at that time. So yeah. This is the real truth, for real. Like, you about to get, like, you're the first person that I'm really saying this to, because I feel like I'm so tired of people saying, oh, she lied about her baby daddy and all these things. And that wasn't the case. So pretty much we met, you know, how y'all create a baby. So we messed around, and it was around my birthday week, and whatever. I asked him to buy me a camera because I wanted to be a vlogger at the time, and he told me no. So I was like, no. So I got up out of there. So I cut him off. And of course, Fetty came back around, and I went back home. But obviously, we did what we did, and I didn't know
that you created
because
a baby.
we used protection. So I'm like a little confused, like how, you know. So long story short, I ended up being back with Fetty, and then I kept getting sick, and then I ended up finding out I was pregnant. But you had to think, I'm back home now, so I'm sleeping back with Fetty during this time. So I don't remember no damn Brandon.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like girl.
who? Yeah, it wasn't even
But
nothing.
when Fetty asked me when I came home, he was like, you know, did you mess around with anybody? I was truthful and honest about it. Yes. So my mom was, you know, my ultrasound technician, because she does ultrasound. So
that's so dope.
So the thing is, I went back home the same week I was dealing with Brandon. So even with the timing on the ultrasound, like I still wouldn't have known, because I was with him, and then I went to Fetty like literally 4 days later. And you know how that goes after you break up and you make up, you have makeup sex, whatever the case might be. So yeah, girl, like, I ain't even gonna lie, like Fetty had really stressed me out, because during the time I was pregnant, I was under a lot of stress, and he had left me for like one of my friends. So I had got,
for real?
Yeah, so I got really, really depressed. Like I had moved back to my mom's house because I was living in LA. I moved back to my mom's house because I was super sick. I couldn't keep nothing down. So, and he was on Shade Room with the girl. So I ended up going into labor early, right? So that time, you know, my baby, you don't know, because she was 5 months, so I didn't see nothing. I didn't know what she looked like. So I'm not knowing in my head, like, you know. But around like 6-7 months, when Alea started like growing her features, I kind of like, I was like in my spirit, like, oh my God.
Really?
I was like.
You was thinking.
I was like, no.
This baby
I was like, because I was so confusing. I'm like, no way. There's no way.
Really?
And it started messing me up. So I'm like, Ma, like, so I hit Fetty up instantly, like, listen. And he was like, I know. He said he already knew, like, because a man's going to know. So he said he didn't want to, like,
it to be like out in public.
Not even that. He didn't want to believe it. But he couldn't be upset.
He's a Gemini.
He wasn't upset with me because I kept it real with him from when I came back home. But he knew that, you know, he pushed me to that point. So yeah, girl, like, that was that. And he still stayed around and was a father figure to Alea, so I respect him for that. Whether
he did,
yeah, he came to her surgeries and everything. But once I knew it was Brandon, I started reaching out to Brandon. I hired a private investigator. He kept ignoring me for like a whole year straight. So he bribed me into getting a car. So I ended up getting a car just because for the sake of my daughter. Like I wanted, you know, just
have a peace
of mind. No, I just wanted to, like, because I already knew.
So
you know?
so
Fetty didn't take the test. Like,
so wait, when you knew that it wasn't Fetty's, right? And you say you start seeing Alea's features and stuff like that, you reached out to Brandon and to just
I was sending pictures to his sister. I was reaching out to everybody, and they was ignoring me. So anyway, of course, when you know money talks. So at that point, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to buy a car. So he agreed to take the test. Boom, the test came back. Long story short, fast forward, he knew. I ended up having a new truck. He was around for maybe like.
Do you feel like that's the reason why he really took the test when you bought? I mean, test.
Yeah,
when you
I
bought
think
the
because
truck?
he's a piece of, you know what, that he did that, and I feel like it's messed up.
Did you feel like if I buy this truck from him, then he'll do right by my daughter?
No.
Okay.
I just knew that I was gonna get that test, like, you know.
Yeah.
And we all wanted to know, like me, Fetty, we all just wanted that peace of mind because it was just like on the line, like, you know what I'm saying? And I never shared that with the public, like,
wow,
because it was like we knew what it was, and Fetty still was there behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying? So it was sensitive for him.
Such a
yeah, like Lele's still on his page to this day, and he still calls and checks on her, and he still says it's his daughter, and it's a hurtful situation, but it just, you know, you know, like, that's just what happens. Sometimes when you're hurt and you're vulnerable, you do things. And I want people to know is like, I'm not perfect. So I'm just like any other girl that might have went out and messed around and stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to let people like, be like, oh, you lied. Like, no, I just didn't know.
You didn't know.
I didn't know. What was I supposed to do?
A similar situation happened like that with me, with my mom. My mom, I found out who my real father was when I was 20.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing that you wanted him to get that test.
Yeah, it's not like I had to
for you and
DNA test 5 people. And that's another thing with Love and Hip Hop. They try to create a thing with Solo Chew that was never even real. Like,
wow.
That kind of like did it for me, because it was like, I never even dealt with you sexually for you to like, you know.
Say that, yeah.
Yeah. So it just became like so stressful. I just never spoke about it, because I felt like I had no reason to explain myself to this world. Like, I know the truth. But speaking of him, it just like, you knew for almost 3 years now, he's known that Lele's been his, and he doesn't take care of her. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he hates me. I don't know what it is.
It's just
like,
something about
there's
him.
No answer. He has 2 other kids. And you know what it is?
And he posts his other kids all the time.
He missed Alea's birthday.
He always around his other kids. And and I'm not the person to just like be involved on somebody else and what they got going on. But even when I first met Eric, I was just like, it's something about that little short one. Like, he is not right.
Girl, it's like, you know what
he just so like, it's like he living under a mask. Like, it's like he portrayed to the world that he's this person.
He's not.
And he's not this person. It's like, his heart is not good to me.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even want to feel like I'm
bashing him
because that's not my motive, and I want him to, even if he listens, I want him to. That's not my motive.
It's like, my motive. It's not her.
No, I don't
care.
It was me at this point, but
it
it's
was
like
me.
Be a real man at the end of the day. But you know what? He can't play. He could play with me all he wants, but he can't play with God.
Yeah.
So you think your blessings are going to continue to come? God's going to humble him, and he's going to have to see it for himself. Like, he lost his mother. That still wasn't awakening for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things, and some people you just have to let be who they are.
God will.
But he's really lying to the world that he's this like godly man, and the fact that you're posting about God to me and your daughter,
and you won't even see your baby.
Your daughter's about to have surgery.
Oh,
do you know he left me in the hospital room on her last surgery? That's when I went live and I started ranting, because he came and he left me there, and she was on 30% oxygen. Like, she was losing oxygen.
For real?
Yes, like literally I was on live crying, and I'm like calling him, he's ignoring me, and he left us at the hospital, and she was literally on 30% oxygen because she had breathing problems. So 30% oxygen she's a fighter, but it's the fact that you're like hurting. You're not hurting nobody but her, like her. And for you to wake up every day and take care of, like, when you're with your other daughter and your other son, how do you not feel bad? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
and to me, I feel like if she didn't have like her little disability problems, and if she was,
I think he's just more embarrassed.
He's just more embarrassed, and that's what I don't mess with. That's what I don't mess with, because that's an innocent baby. She didn't ask to be here. That's an angel. That's a blessed baby. And
no matter the circumstances, like, of the story, it's like, it doesn't matter. We both were young. We were living in LA. Stuff happens. Like, she's your first daughter. There's nothing we could do about it.
Really? She his first?
Yeah, Leia's 5. We were both. Girl, I was only 23. Like, so it was just like, she's your first.
I thought the other little baby was.
Alea's his oldest, and then it's the daughter, and then it's the son. But it's like, she just, I don't know. And then I think he always just says, like, you know what you did. But what did I do? What did I do? You knew about my situation. What did I do? But just mess around with you. What did I do? Really? Like, you can't tell me. We don't even know each other like that. What did I really do to you? You know? So it's just like one of them things where it's like, you just gotta like, I'm like trying to change the words, because I hate is such a strong word.
No,
but it's like,
that's not you.
No, I can't say that. But that
no.
it's like, what's the word I can use? Like, he's, I don't know. Like, I want to vomit when I say his name, because it's like,
it's just a project. Like, it's something that God has to just keep working on.
Well, at this point, I just want God to just remove him completely. I don't want him around my daughter. I don't.
I know you saying that now. But I'm gonna tell you what happened with me and my daughter. I had my daughter at 15, and her dad was just not mentally just there and for her or me, and I completely cut him off, and I did meet an amazing man, which was my ex-husband, and he came in Paris' life when she was about 1, and that's her daddy. Like, that's her daddy. But I could still feel that Paris is missing something. She have like social anxiety, and then like she would like every so often say, I don't understand why my real father got kids and he won't even acknowledge me. And I feel like it made her angry. You know what I'm saying? Because my daughter be quick to like knock somebody out. And I have to work with her on that, because what it did was it just created some type of rejection. As a little girl and you feel like your dad don't want you.
But Leia is saying that now, though. She's like, does my daddy not love me? Where is daddy? And she's very smart, but she'll be like, she'll FaceTime him on the iPad. He ignores it. Like, she's like, why is my daddy coming to get me? She'll be looking out the window. Like, he doesn't understand that he's affecting her now. Like, Alea is very intelligent. Like, despite her, like, whatever issue she's had, my daughter is very, very smart. Like, she's over-exceeding in school. Like, they try to put her in, like, special needs class. Like, she's in a normal class. She's able to... Yeah, Lele can do everything. She can identify colors. She holds full conversations. The only thing that's stopping her is her walking, and that's about to be fixed. You know, she's about to get surgery, and she's...
I love that.
Yeah, so it's just like...
But I admire
But you see how you're thinking. You see how that you're saying when she got older, it's affecting her now. So I feel like it's not that I want to keep her from her dad. I have to protect her.
Better. He got to do better.
I can't do nothing about it. Like, especially on this journey, I always pray. Like, as much as I could feel like inside, I will always pray. And I've asked God to, like, okay, allow him to come into her life. But every time I allow him in, he hurts her. Like, he'll tell her, oh, get dressed, I'm coming to get you, never show up. It's like broken promises. And I don't want her to be affected by that when she gets older. So I have to protect her. You know what I'm saying? She's being raised by a village of women. Like, it's me, my mom, and my grandma.
Strong.
We not playing when it comes. We ain't like when I said we not playing. Like, my grandma called, my mama called. Like, we're not playing about her. So
really,
no, girl.
Oh,
we just
my
gonna
God.
no. And when that little girl grows up to be something, it's gonna be too late.
Yeah,
it's gonna. He's going to need her more than anything in life. And I have nothing against his other kids. I wish them blessings. And even I just feel like with the mothers, like, I feel like I have no respect for them, because it's like, even though it's not their business, our kids are siblings. Like, you should, you know, I would speak to him like, that's not right what you're doing, because if that was your child, how would you feel?
How would you feel?
Like, we're still women, and we still have.
And the other two moms, they are like Spanish women, right?
And that, and that's another thing. I think he wanted that whole like mixed kids look. You know, it's just a thing, because like he never posts her on the page, never says happy birthday to her, nothing.
And it'll make you feel away as a black mom.
And matter of fact, he did come around her 4th birthday, but he posted it just so he could be on the shade room, like he was there. You know, like clout.
So lame. That's so lame.
Girl,
but you know that whole little crew, they just, it's a lot. We got so much other stuff that we could talk about.
I would say they just don't buy your cars from that. You better.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. It's like a whole bunch of capping, and it's just it's a lot, right? So, yeah.
Sorry, that was real deep. You just dug deep, because, girl.
But
you know, it's right now, I think this is important because I'm releasing. You know, and I really don't care. I'm just ready to just set myself free from everything.
And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about your new path with everything you got going on. I'm very supportive to whatever you're doing. I'm super excited for you. I know you have a journal that's coming out soon.
And I have
y'all make sure y'all go get her journal, her ebook. It's gonna be super good. I can't wait to get it. I'm gonna do it. So wait, it's a 90-day prayer journal.
Yes, and it's the SOAP method. So for me, like, I just, you know, I read.
Tell people what's the SOAP method.
So SOAP is scripture, observation, application, and prayer. So you find your scripture, you write it down. Your observation is pretty much what you got from the message, like, and you write down the keywords in each scripture. So if fear is one of the words, or obedience is one of the words, you write that down. And then application is how you apply it to yourself. What is it that you're going through in life that this scripture means to you? And then prayer is you put that scripture and you ask God, God, deliver me this way. God, help me be more obedient in this way. So I use that method because a lot of people don't, like me, I never read the Bible. Like, the one thing, I always believed in God, but I never was like, oh, let me open the Bible. Like, to me, the Bible was like, but the Bible is literally the key to life. It's literally like.
So have you started now? Like,
I read it every day.
Really?
Every morning.
So what is like your favorite scripture?
I would say right now I'm in Proverbs.
Proverbs.
So good. Proverbs is, you know, right now I'm still reading it. So I'm just doing step by step.
Okay.
So I'm learning Proverbs.
So you like Proverbs?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go into Psalms, and then I'm gonna just take my time.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And focusing on the Bible is not like, so I have the Bible app too.
So for me, like I have the kids' Bible because I know the Bible sometimes people are scared of the Bible. I feel like people scared of the Bible because they don't understand it and they get lost in the story. So for me, I'm big on having a kids' Bible. As grown as I am, I feel like I can articulate and break down the kids' Bible and understand it way better than just an adult Bible. So it's not like the little baby Bible, but it's like a teenage Bible. So where they may have the paralegal or whatever, something that we don't understand, it'll actually say, okay, on this day Jesus went and he walked up to Joseph and he said this and he said, so it's very simple and I understand it and it still, fills my spirit as it should, you know what I'm saying? So one of my favorite scriptures, and have always been my favorite scriptures, is I feel like God gave me this scripture because he knew what my journey was going to be. He knew that I was going to be Sierra Glam Shop and he knew I was going to be on television and like a platform to women. Is how can a man profit this whole wide world and lose his soul? That's my favorite scripture. So it basically says you can gain all the riches, all of this material stuff that we can touch and see. But how could you become so successful? Because a lot of rich people are going to hell. So how could you gain the whole world and lose your soul? So that's something to think about. That's something to think about.
Like selling your soul for that.
Yeah, selling your soul for it. So I feel like your transition, it goes with that scripture.
Yes, it does.
Because it's like, every day we wake up with a option. We can say, hey, I want to do the right thing or the wrong thing. So how could you gain the world and lose your soul? We don't want to lose our souls to this.
Yes.
I
like that. Yeah, I have
and that's in Mark. I'm sorry.
In Mark.
That's in Mark.
I have the Bible She Reads Truth, so that's the one I use. It's a women's Bible, and I use the app. So, for me, like, I like creative things, so I do like my prayer board that I started to help me, but I like to use the little Bible tabs and make it nice and cute. I use my little sticky notes, like something that's gonna make me really want to read the word. Yeah, I like those type of stuff. Like in school, I always colored pens and things like that. So with the Bible, I just organize it in a certain way. So that's in the ebook on how I organize my Bible to my liking.
So y'all gotta get the
and I have all the links to where I purchased everything, and it just shows you how to organize your Bible. It shows you how to color coordinate.
We should do a reel on that. When you show me how to do that. Like you should, because mine is not that.
And I can show you how to. I did each tab, and then you color coordinate.
That's that counselor in you.
Yes,
that's that mother.
Organization.
That organization.
Literally.
That is that counselor in you. Okay, so let's check on this rice. This rice, I don't know if it's my new stove, because y'all know I'm in a new house. It ain't really ricing, but it's gonna have to. It's gonna turn into sticky rice. Y'all see, I done did all that about my rice.
But this is how my rice.
Oh my God! And y'all, and I make and Instagram don't see me make the most beautiful rice, and I'm over here like, oh my God, panicking. See what I'm saying? You gotta just live it one day at a time. My rice don't turn into.
I don't think I have any luck with rice at this point.
Oh my God!
But this is how I serve the rice.
Oh my! And my rice be so good, Alexis. This is not. Oh
it's
my
fine.
God!
We still gonna eat it.
All right. So the flavors is still gonna be there. I gotta let you taste the. Oh my God! This is just not right. Come on, Ghetto Girl Eats. Come on. All right. So we gonna do a little sticky rice. I just hope this rice ain't crunchy. And then we're gonna, the oxtails are done. Look at that though. Those look great.
Ooh, girl.
Oh my God. The oxtails is oxtailing.
Okay.
They look good.
Yes, that's the piece right there.
You like gravy?
Yeah.
You're gonna need it on this rice anyway.
That is crazy. Like, how would my luck be when I'm trying to make rice?
And it don't even come out right. And then my rising. See, we shouldn't be talking about, but my rising is it's Cancer. So that's where the cooking comes in at. I'm like a mother by nature.
Really? Your rising's Cancer?
Mm-hmm. That look good.
Are you on the borderline of Gemini and Cancer, or just fully Gemini?
Taurus.
Oh, so you're in the beginning of June?
May 24th. But I don't know, cause my whole thing is literally.
Oh, your birthday is May 24th.
May 24th.
Oh, so you're really like the bull and the Gemini, like
my whole chart.
Okay, let's
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But my whole chart is Gemini.
Really?
And Cancer.
May 24th. Yeah, I'm trying not to
get into it. It'd be hard. I ain't gonna lie.
It's so hard because I love my little.
Cause it'd be so true.
I know.
But you know, it's
But I
true.
never understood, why are we not supposed to be? I don't get that part.
Because God don't want us to serve nothing and put too much energy into something that's not Him.
Believing in other
Him
things.
and other things.
Other
But
powers.
He created it. It's God. It's a level of how it goes.
Yeah.
This prophet was breaking it down because I'm like, why can't we?
Even yoga, if somebody's saying I shouldn't do yoga.
We couldn't do yoga. I did yoga once and then I was rebuked. I'm like, oh my God. All right, so now it's time for the big boom bam or whatever they be saying on the cooking show. I want you to see how them oxtails
Okay.
is. You gotta pick the oxtails up and eat it.
I'm
like
gonna try some of the rice.
I'm scared of the rice.
And you put so much gravy on it, so good. I love
It's
the extra
so good.
gravy. Yes, girl. hold
Girl,
on.
I always get extra gravy. Oh God.
Okay.
And this is what I really want you to get into. They falling out the bone.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Literally.
good.
And it's spicy. Mm-hmm. Now I see why you threw that pepper in there. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So good, right?
Yes.
Give me a little razzle dazzle.
So, how do you not gain weight from eating?
That's everybody asks me that. So the secret is
I literally see you cooking food every day, and I'm like, how did you not gain weight? Because right now I'm on a diet, so I'm trying not to eat like carbs, because that's where
So the secret is I only eat a little.
Small portions.
I eat very small portions. I don't eat a lot.
Girl,
I try to not
you should
make
make a restaurant's about to be out of business.
They so good, right? I try not to make them too like falling out the bone. But sometimes all my meat be in the bottom of the pan.
I've had oxtails where it's no, like, you got good oxtails, because some oxtails, you know, where it's like a little bit of meat. I hate that.
These organic.
Okay, look at all this meat.
Oh. They're really good.
Listen, go get that cookbook. I'm gonna make these.
They were so simple.
But I need to buy this,
Hot pot. I mean,
ginger.
the pressure cooker, I like the pressure cooker. But I only do the pressure cooker when I'm on my shows. I really like to cook them in the pot.
For real? No, but for me, I might need to start with the pressure cooker because.
Damn, they good. I showed out. I put 3 peppers though.
It's spicy, but
That's spicy.
I like spicy food though. And oxtails are supposed to have flavor, like, you know? I don't even like fat, but the fat's good.
All right, y'all. So we got to the end. That concludes Ghetto Girl Eats talk show with my girl Alexis Skyy.
Today was real deep.
It was deep.
Yeah.
It was deep. So y'all make sure y'all go get her journal, her ebook,
Thank you.
my cookbook, the seasoning. Y'all don't want to miss this, and y'all don't want to miss this good conversation too. So make sure y'all leave subscribe. Whatever you said on the YouTube channel.
Subscribe to my channel now.
Subscribe to my channel now and leave a comment. Bye.